For Filipino families, a home is not just a physical infrastructure, but a dream fulfilled. It's about giving Filipino families an opportunity to live with dignity, security, and stability. Rise today to call for your support of House Bill number 9048, strengthening the right of the government to expropriate lands for socialized housing. The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development reports that the country currently faces a housing backlog of approximately 2.2 million units, with total housing need projected to reach 3.7 million by 2028. This reflects the continuing challenge faced by millions of informal settler families, which is estimated to be at 3.7 million, who remain without access to safe, secure, and affordable housing. In response, this administration has committed to significantly expand the country's housing program. For 2026 alone, the department aims to deliver 90,000 housing units nationwide. However, as the government accelerates the implementation of socialized housing projects for underprivileged Filipinos, one fundamental challenge becomes increasingly apparent. Housing programs cannot succeed without an accessible and suitable land for its housing projects. As we expand our Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino program, or 4PH, we should also expand the government's right and authority in expropriating lands for socialized housing. While Republic Act number 7279 or the Urban Development and Housing Act of 1992 already grants the government the authority to acquire lands for housing purposes, experience has shown that certain provisions have unintentionally limited the responsiveness and flexibility needed to address the country's growing housing backlog. Through House Bill number 9048, we are addressing these limitations. This measure removes the rigid hierarchy in the acquisition of lands exclusively for socialized housing. Again, Madam Speaker, dear colleagues, the removal of hierarchy is reserved solely for the purpose of socialized housing, para lamang ho na pambansang pabahay ng pamahalaan. Instead of forcing local governments and key shelter agencies to strictly follow a sequence before acquiring land, this bill empowers them to determine the most suitable and practical sites based on actual conditions on the ground. Madam Speaker, this will cut the bureaucratic and legal red tape we currently face. May I also emphasize, Madam Speaker, that this measure does not diminish property rights in any way. Rather, it harmonizes private rights with constitutional duty of the states to ensure underprivileged and homeless citizens have access to adequate housing and basic services. The Constitution itself recognizes the urban land reform and housing matters of social justice. This bill operationalizes the mandate by strengthening the capacity of government to act decisively, efficiently, and responsibly in addressing the housing crisis. At the end of the day, this measure is not merely about expropriation. For Filipino families, a home is not just a physical infrastructure, but a dream fulfilled. It's about giving Filipino families an opportunity to live with dignity, security, and stability. It is about enabling local governments to plan communities better. It's about ensuring that government has the right and power to transform idle and unutilized lands into homes, communities, and opportunities for our people. With this, Madam Speaker, dear colleagues, I call for your support for House Bill number 9048. Thank you very much.
House Bill 9048 is approved on second reading.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Madam.